Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm here to give you an update on what's next for Bitcoin, and the first thing that I want to bring up today is Bitcoin dominance. So, Bitcoin dominance is continuing to rise, and what that means is altcoins are continuing to suffer more. Money is coming out of altcoins and it's being poured into Bitcoin. Since we got over the 50% mark, I'm expecting us to, at the very least, hit 56% when it comes to Bitcoin dominance, more or less around this level over here. We got that sharp rise from 50% to 58%, but 56% is more my target. And that's more or less around the area where other altcoins started to gain most of their value when altcoins started to go up. I'm sure a lot of people have noticed these huge price drops in their favorite alts, and this is to be expected when Bitcoin dominance is rising. Trading alts is generally not a good idea until we see dominance struggling to go higher and higher. And what that means is you'll see the top 10 altcoins start to gain back some of their value before other alts. If Bitcoin dominance rises to where altcoins started their rally, then we still have a ways to go. And I'll show you some examples right now. So NEO is a great example on what I mean by key support levels. If it can hold by where the blue line is, it'll be a clear-cut indication that we are nearing 60% Bitcoin dominance. If these altcoins hold at these levels, then Bitcoin dominance will struggle to rise even higher. And let me show you an example of top altcoins falling. So over here we can see that Dash has already fallen out of the blue box, and it actually started accelerating down once it made it out of there. So this blue box isn't just important support for these altcoins, it's actually important for every other altcoin, because if top altcoins fall below their key support level, then Bitcoin dominance can rise even faster, and other alts outside of the top 10 will lose even more of their value just as fast. Now, if some of these altcoins manage to keep their values in between these blue boxes, it doesn't necessarily mean that we're gearing up for an altcoin rally. It just means that there's a lot of indecision going on whether to buy or whether to sell their altcoins. And with some of that indecision, it would cause Bitcoin dominance to slow down. So be careful when you're buying your altcoins. So the ones that'll be most affected if Bitcoin dominance rises faster would be altcoins like EOS and Tron. EOS has so much more to lose than other altcoins, and I say this because of the extreme run-up that EOS had even after the altcoin cycle. So EOS being the most popular altcoin of 2017 and 2018, it threw itself into the top 10 and it didn't let go. After rising with the rest of the alts during the great altcoin cycle of 2017, EOS did not stop gaining value even while everything else around it started to lose most of its value. As more and more people become aware that we're in a bear market, people realize that there is no safe choice when Bitcoin is falling, and EOS does have, like I said, has the most to lose. I'm expecting it to hit my target of around 54,000 satoshis at this red line. And I strongly believe that this is the bare minimum that EOS will get to. It could drop even more, but this is pretty much what I'm expecting for EOS. Seeing as how the majority of other altcoins have lost close to 75% of their value, the same can happen to EOS. This is just an example of what I'm expecting and just my opinion throughout this bear market, for the top performing altcoins to lose most of their value. So now let's get back to Bitcoin. Over here on the weekly chart, Bitcoin rose pretty sharply and it fell just as fast to the downside, and where it looked like the MACD wanted to have more upside, it's now showing the complete opposite. So when the MACD, when the line crosses over to the upside when it's underneath the zero line, the jump isn't as significant as a jump if it were to cross to the downside while it's underneath the zero sign. A cross down while the MACD is underneath the zero line is a lot more reliable than the opposite, and when the MACD is over the zero line, the opposite also happens. If it crosses up over the 0 line, then it's a lot more reliable than a MACD cross when it goes down over the 0 line. If our support at $6,000 is breached, then the MACD will accelerate more towards the downside, actually accelerate the sell side action. So aside from the MACD, the RSI is showing that we're actually near a significant support line. Let me draw that in real quick. So around this area. We can get this RSI to actually over the 52%, that we can definitely see a lot more bullish action coming in. This RSI actually seems to agree with what's happening with the MACD. Now, something I did find very interesting outside of these traditional indicators is the amount of shorts going on right now. Let me bring that a bit smaller. It's actually a little more contradicting to what these other indicators are showing. It's showing that shorts are over leveraged right now. They're kind of spread out a little too much. We are very near all-time highs for shorts, and I know some people will think that that just means more sell-off, and yes, that's partially true, but that also means that people are over-leveraged on the short side, and people are over-leveraged when we're already so close to our yearly lows for Bitcoin. So when we get to these levels, we usually see drastic price movements in the other direction. It means that it wouldn't take much to liquidate these shorts. It looks like a couple days ago, or really yesterday, a lot of shorts did get liquidated from our movement up. Let's take a look at that real quick. Not that one. Yeah, not that one either. So over here, we had this jump from 6,100 to around 6,400, and that caused a lot of shorts to liquidate their positions. That means that they're over leveraged. They have very, very small liquidation targets. So like I said, it really wouldn't take much. If Bitcoin were to rise to around like the $6,800 levels, then a lot of people will be closing off their short positions because they're going to be panicking. They want to try to protect their investment. So just keep in mind that if you're shorting or thinking of shorting, that you're shorting at these near yearly lows for Bitcoin. So I know there are some contradicting things, like the TD sequential pointing to a possible reversal. We did get this 9 over here, and we did start a countdown, but it looks like it does not want to follow through. Still have a long way to go with this new countdown, so we gotta watch that and see what happens. But the best thing to do if you're trading when there are a lot of indicators contradicting each other is to just go with what the trend is going with right now. It's always better to trade the continuation rather than trying to find the next reversal. Your odds at being a more profitable trader are with you when you're following the trend. Trying to trade against the trend is the fastest way you can lose your money, and you really have to wait for confirmation if you think Bitcoin is going to get a reversal. What is a great confirmation? Bitcoin getting over 6,800. It would validate this 9 for the TD sequential. I think that getting above 6,800 would liquidate a lot of over-leveraged short positions going on right now. And aside from that, I think that if we did go to 6,800, then our RSI for the daily would go over this red line, which is acting as resistance right now. So if you're waiting for a sign like that, then it's better to just wait. You'll make more money jumping in with the trend rather than just trying to guess it. And that's pretty much all the time I have for today. So thanks guys for watching. If you like my videos, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. Thanks guys.